All right, hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So we're working on Dennis's 72 Chevelle, and this car is beautiful. They took a lot of care in putting it back to original. It has the original paper vapor barriers, all the hardware matches, just really, really well done. But we're upgrading it. We're gonna put in a modern radio, power locks, 5-channel amplifier, all new speakers. We're adding these kick panel speakers in order to give us a little bit more volume. All right, so a lot of times we get clients that they ask, I have a 72 Chevelle and it's all original. Like in this case, they put the paper vapor barriers back. They put all the original screws back. They put all the clips, everything. And they're like, I want the modern convenience, but I don't want it to look any different. Well, that's what we ended up doing in this. Now, there's one exception to that, which is kick panels, and we can do without them, but the overall result is much better with them, and we'll show you why. But there is a way to make it, in essence, fully stealth. So we're gonna run you through this and show you everything that we did. So on this particular vehicle, it has 3.5s in the dash and 6x9s on the rear deck. So what we ended up doing though, to get the best possible result out of it, we ended up putting 3.5s in the dash, but we did 6.5-inch in the kick panels. So this is the only modification that's technically visible because we take out the original kick panel and we install these aftermarket kick panels, but they still look great. They don't, they don't look out of place per se. And we're able to get a much bigger speaker up front so that we're able to get much more sound and information. We also upgraded the radio. So this is a retro sounds radio. So it's a more modern radio, which has Bluetooth, USB, all that good stuff. So the USBs are actually here next to the gauge pod. And then as always, so this is our bass knob. So again, in these vehicles, we tend to try not to drill any holes if we don't have to, right? So everything that we do is reversible. Even the kick panels, these things just remove and you bolt in the originals and you'd never know we were there. So a lot of what we do it in a way that is reversible. So if you ever did want to sell the car or the new owner hates the stereo, don't know why, we could reverse it, right? So another one of the things is we have a 5-channel amplifier and it lives under this seat. It fits by the hair of its chinny chin chin. When I tell you it barely fits, but it is a 5-channel amplifier and we use it a lot because it works really, really well. This would be kind of like one of our core signature systems where this was what we would call like a stage 2 upgrade. So it's a 5-channel amplifier, front speakers, rear speakers, and a subwoofer. So initially we weren't going to do a sub. The client, same thing. He didn't want a box in the trunk. He doesn't want to pop the trunk and you see this big ugly box. We'll show you how we tackle that. And we came up with a pretty cool solution that gives you the bass but still is functional and it's still removable. So if you don't want the box in the trunk, you literally remove one special bolt and the enclosure will come right out. All right, so this is the original grills for the vehicle. So what we ended up doing is we used these spacers to space the speaker slightly down, and we used machine hardware and sandwiched the spacer and the deck. So now the 6x9 loads from the bottom and you're able to put a pair of 6x9s in the spot. Technically that was a smaller speaker, but we're able to put in a pair of 6x9s and not alter the deck at all. One of the main things about these, the classic vehicles is keeping the car, so security, because if you've ever seen any old movies, this is those movies where you can put a screwdriver or hot wire the car. This is the car, or these are the cars. So we need to put a security system to stop that. Also, add some modern convenience, right? So the big thing is, I always talk about this. If you have your cool car, you have to put the key in the door, the radio, you don't have Bluetooth, it doesn't sound good, you're not gonna drive it. It's cool, but it's kind of not fun, right? Not easy to use, not any of that. So by updating all that, you'll drive the cool car more. If you can just walk up and unlock it like your normal car, pair your phone like your normal car, use the music, and it's just a much better experience. So we try very hard to make the car as convenient as possible. What we ended up doing is a CompuStar security system with a drone tracker. So we always suggest a drone tracker because for some reason, if they do get the car, tow the car, push the car, whatever, you can still track the vehicle, even if they disconnect the battery. So this is a great option, especially for the classic cars. I've had tons of clients that have found their car just because they had a tracker on the vehicle and they ended up figuring out where it was and called the cops or sent somebody to go get it and recovered the car. It's a good option. So we also added, this car obviously did not come with any power locks. So we added this vehicle specific kit. That's another thing. So you can add actuators. That's the way we used to do it back in the day. We'd add a motor, which is not a problem. You add this motor and it opens and closes the door latch. But there's a company out there that makes a kit where they've designed the brackets and everything. So you literally remove the latch, bolt assembly to it and put it back in, and it makes it as if the car came with power locks from the factory. So to us, it's a much better solution. It's a much more elegant solution, and it just works. We'll show you. So you hit lock, door locks, hit unlock, door unlocks, and obviously that's both driver and passenger. So the other thing that they also make is a power trunk latch. So we added a power trunk latch. So you hold down the unlock button, unlocks, and then it pops your trunk. So same thing, modern convenience. You're getting groceries, you're going to the park, you're whatever, you wanna pop your trunk, just hold down the button, boom. Now you can also do all this via an app. So via an app, you can lock it, unlock it, pop the trunk, track it, or even if you have a smartwatch. If you have a smartwatch, you can also do it via smartwatch, you know? Do a little old school kit action, if people remember what kit is, you know? Hey kit, or whatever, pop my trunk, lock my car, unlock my car, where's my car, whatever, and it will do it. So it's a really cool function and option for classic cars or any cars. If you know, we do the drone on exotics, muscle cars, you name it, we add it, because just the convenience and the safety and security is amazing. So now we want to show you the sub, right? So again, people are like, oh man, I don't want bass. I don't need bass. You know, bass is, you know, because they're used to bass being these giant enclosures, take up all the space, rattle the car to, you know, to holy hell. And they're like, I don't want it. But to me, that's not real. You don't want that. You don't want the giant box. You don't want the car rattling. You don't want that obnoxious sound. But I will tell you, you do want bass, because if you've ever been to a concert, if you went to a concert and there was no bass guitarist or no drummer, you'd be like missing something, right? You'd be like, why does it sound weird? You know, well, here you go. It's because there's no bass. Well, if you don't have the subwoofer to reproduce those low notes, you're missing part of the concert. You're missing part of the music, because your speakers, no matter 6x9s, can play pretty low. So you'll get some mid bass or bass out of them. Mid bass is more the better thing, but you're going to be missing all that information from like 80 hertz and down. So from like 80 hertz and down, you'll have none of that. And to me and to us, that's the drama, that's the impact, that's the feeling, right? That's the emotion of the music. So when you don't have that, it just sounds very bland, very, you know, yes, it's louder, yes, it's cleaner, but you don't have any of that emotion. So we always recommend a subwoofer. It can be a very small subwoofer. We just need something that can physically play that range from about 80 hertz to about 20 hertz. It doesn't even have to go to 20 hertz. It actually can play down to like 40 hertz, you know, 40 hertz. That's where we like bass as humans. Like we hear that 40, 45-ish frequency is what we like. And so you just need a small sub, something just to fill that in and play all the information. You don't go to a concert and only listen to part of it, right? So why would you do that in your car? So talking about that, I'm gonna pop the trunk, have you take a quick look, tell me where the box is, and then we'll show you where the box is. All right, 1, 2, 3. So again, this car is pristine. So we really didn't want to just throw a box in there. So what we ended up coming up with, if you look back there, we have a down firing 10-inch Audio Mobile, as always, you know, it's my favorite sub. It's the only exception I pretty much, if I can make it, if I can get my hands on them, Audio Mobile is what we're putting in. Everything else can be any other brand you want, but for me, that's our sub of choice. That box is tiny. I mean, if look at that thing. I mean, look at the height, the width, the depth for a 10-inch sub, and that thing sounds amazing. Like, it just fills it in. And you're not giving up any usable space, because if you see how weirdly shaped that floor is, and then you have the hump for the transmission, there's not much you can put on there. Plus, we put it behind the tire on purpose, because same thing, you're not really gonna put anything in there in the, you know, in this area. So if you pop the trunk, most people would have no idea what that is. Now, the other thing that we did, we don't want it just rolling around in here, because the first time he slams on the gas, this thing's gonna launch, right? So we built this aluminum bracket, which is bolted to the enclosure, and then you see that knob allows you to remove it. So you spin the knob out, and that allows you to remove, we'll show you that in a second, allows you to remove the enclosure. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the funnest thing in the world to do, because you in essence have to get in the trunk, undo it, and remove it. But again, it's not something you're gonna do every day. Look at all this trunk space, right? That little chunk of trunk space is not gonna do anything, right? The nice thing about that enclosure is it looks like it came with the car, plus it's removable. So we have a plug so that you can unplug it and remove it. So if you don't want the base, or you need the extra, whatever that is, you could if you wanted to. So on the alarm, a lot of times there is no trunk pin switch, right? So trunk pin switch is a switch like in your door. When you open the trunk, it's what tells the alarm that somebody's opened the trunk. But a lot of times you have to drill a hole. And again, I don't want to drill a hole in this gorgeous car, right? Because it could rust over time. I mean, we treat it and do all that, but it could rust over time. So what we do instead is we use these mercury switches. So these are mercury switches, and it's mounted right here to the trunk arm. What that does is, when it's up, the mercury, there's two contacts, and then there's a ball of mercury. When the goes up, it connects the 2 points. Think about it as shorting them across. And that's what tells the alarm that the trunk has been opened. But it's a nice solution. You can't tell. We didn't have to drill any holes in the car, and we still have the functionality of being able to monitor the trunk in case somebody tries to break into the vehicle. Okay, so we did put in a machine rib nut in order for this to be easily removable. But you have this knob, with the bolt, the washer, and a locking washer. So now, this is the enclosure. So it's down firing, it's got the feet on it, Audio Mobile, there's our aluminum bracket, our disconnect, you know, like always we have our baseball stitch. And the reason for the feet being this weird orientation is because the floor, you see the floor, it has an angle here, and then there's a rise in the corner. So this foot is actually ½ inch smaller than this foot, height-wise. But by doing that, it's perfectly level. And then if you also notice, it's got this angle that perfectly matches the back of the seat so that we can get it tucked up in there. So in essence, it fits in there and to the left. And so it's kind of locked in. The bracket just makes sure it doesn't slide out or slide back, really. So it allows us to put an enclosure in, not take up any space, and still make the car sound really, really good. Same thing, so on the front end, same thing, we don't want to drill a hole, so we end up doing another one of these mercury switches in order to tell us when the hood's been opened. The other thing that we do is we typically, we're not going to show you, but typically we bury the siren. So the siren is actually buried somewhere so that you can't easily get to it, because if you look from under the car, you can pretty much kind of get to everything. So we try to keep everything as far back and difficult to get to so that it makes it much more difficult to steal. Obviously, this is the battery. We have our braided wires. It's heat shrunk, it's mounted, and then it's connected. We add this side post adapter, so it makes it easier to service if you ever needed to swap out the battery. All right, so we get asked all the time, what can I do to my classic car? What can I do to my muscle car? What can I do to my older European car? Anything, doesn't matter, right? But something that's original or somewhat original, and you want modern convenience, you want some cool stuff, but you don't want to destroy the vehicle. You don't want to destroy the value. You don't want to destroy the resale value. You want to keep it as original, as purest as possible, right? But you can do all of that without sacrificing anything in the car. You can add security system, obviously. A lot of vehicles we can add power windows, power locks, power trunk. So, you know, modern conveniences. We add proximity. So like a brand new car, you know how you carry your fob in your pocket, you walk up, the door unlocks, you walk away, the door locks? We can add that. We have a video that we did on an old school where we added proximity. Modern radio. So that radio looks the part, but it has Bluetooth, it has USB, it has auxiliary, it has satellite radio, and it still looks like the classic radio. It fits in the same location. It looks as if it came with the car, right? You could add a stereo. So there's ways to add stereo, bass, all that, and still make it look as if it came with the car. Does it take more work? Yes. Is there fabrication involved? Yes. Usually depends on the car. A lot of cars they offer, like this one, they offer the kick panels. But for a lot of the other stuff, they don't offer that enclosure, right? We designed and engineered and built that enclosure, but now we have that enclosure. So if you have a 72 or Chevelle, and you wanted it, we can, you know, build you that. If you know, we build and send out a lot of stuff all over the place, right? So we can also add, you know, digital rearview mirrors with a backup camera, where that gives you the modern convenience of having a backup camera, but you don't have to put a screen in the car. The mirror is now the screen. If you've seen any of our videos that we've added digital mirrors to old schools, we actually did Giuliano Chevelle, where we added a backup mirror camera combo. We've done it on Lamborghinis, we've done it on all kinds of cars, but you can add that and it's just a mirror replacement. You remove the mirror, you replace it. So if you ever needed to go back to factory, you remove the aftermarket and put the factory back on.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.